So good evening, good evening. Yes, I am late. And you lot are mad. I swear to God, I am actually late. I'm 39 minutes late from where I normally stream. I normally do 5 o'clock, as you well know. But I am late, and I'm here now, so make the most of it. Also, before I get into this, I am going to be on the football terrace with Terry tonight, 7:30. We will be doing an Arsenal-related show on his channel, so make sure you go and check that out tonight. Once the link's out there, I'll share that on the community anyway. I'll stick that on the Insta and all over my platforms as well. But yeah, 7:30, I'll be on there for a bit, and then I will be back again at 9 o'clock. But we're going to speak about Odsonne Edouard, and he could be on his way to Arsenal. Big up DOO. Hope you're good, mate, and everyone else in the chat as well. But he could be on his way to Arsenal, and it would be a record fee out of the Scottish League, around £30 million. Now, the one thing I'll say about this is, listen, we've been linked to this guy for about 2-3 months now, solid. Every week this story pops up in the media. Listen, Celtic are not going to be able to keep hold of him. The fact that he's played 45 games this season, he's bagged 27 goals, 19 assists. He is pretty damn relentless. He's kind of, with all due respect to their league, he's kind of outgrown that league. Now, does this mean that we're going to lose our main striker? Personally, I've said this all the way through from the minute it got down to, January. I said, if Aubameyang doesn't sign by the end of June, then it takes him into the last year of his contract, sell him. I am standing by that. And I don't care what people say. I've seen so many people say, like, oh, we should keep him for another year and let him go for free. Well, why? Why would you do that? Like, why would you let a player stay, run down his contract till it completely ends, and then let him walk out for nothing? Why would you do that? I've seen people say that, yeah, but Aubameyang's goals could elevate us into Champions League. Then he would leave and we'd have extra money to go and spend. Let me put it to you in simple terms so it's easy to understand, right? If we let Aubameyang leave for nothing, we're going to lose at least 40 million quid, which is what we'd get for him, at least 40 million pounds. So if we let him leave for nothing, we've lost 40 million pounds, but we've saved ourselves 10 million pound a year in his wages. He's on about 200 grand a week. Yeah. So that's 10 million quid. So if you add that in, for the next 12 months, we're going to pay 10 million pounds to Aubameyang, but we're going to lose 40 million quid. We've actually spent out 10 million on his wages, but we've lost 40 as well. So that's actually a 50 million that we've potentially lost, although you get his goals for that season that he plays. You then go and replace Aubameyang with Edouard for 30 million pounds. That 30 million pound striker, let's say he's on 100 grand a week. That 30 million pound striker on 100 grand a week for, say, I don't know, 4 years. Yeah, that's 20 million pound in wages plus 30 million pound to buy the guy. That's 50 million quid. Take off of that the 40 million pound you have lost by not selling Aubameyang. All of a sudden, your 30 million pound striker, with his wages added in, is now a 90 million pound striker because you have lost the Aubameyang money. It's simple maths, quick maths. It's so easy to figure that out. How are people saying, I don't care about Champions League? I genuinely could not give any toss about Champions League. If we get in the Champions League next season, which we won't, but if we do, and we get Champions League, do you seriously think we're not going to be the banter club of the Champions League making up the numbers again? Come on, man. I actually enjoy the Europa League. And I'll tell you why I enjoy it. Because we have a chance to win it every year. And I know we flopped this season. But that's what it is. It is what it is. But Aubameyang, we cannot afford to let Aubameyang walk out for free, especially the way football's gone, with it potentially being void. Now it's coming back. We're losing all that income. Then it's going to be behind closed doors next month if all goes well. We've probably lost the best part of about 80 million quid. Can we genuinely afford to let one of our biggest assets, who's running his contract down, and he's playing everyone, by the way. Yeah, he is doing this and playing the game. And listen, he's entitled to do that. He doesn't legally have to sign a new contract with us. If he walks out for free, he's adhered to the terms of his current contract. So I never really get it when people go, "Oh, you're a snake. You're a snake." Well, he's not, is he? Because he run down his contract. Well, blame that on the club, mate. Yeah, because he actually stuck to the terms of his contract, turned up every week, trained and played. Yeah, blame the club. As for Dembele, not Dembele, kind of twisted. I just see Dembele in my chat. As for Edouard, that makes sense. I'm having a fucking mare with this stream. I might as well just end it. I'm out of here. as for Edouard, right? That guy's got quite a few teams looking at him. Don't get it twisted, right? But if we sell Aubameyang and go and get that guy, but kept Lacazette, Martinelli, Pepe, Saka, players like that, is it that much of a loss? Yes, it's a loss. But in the grand scheme of things, Aubameyang's coming up to what, 31 years old next month? It's going to be 31, 32 next month. Is it that much in the grand scheme of things a massive loss? Yes, he scores so many goals for us. Don't get it twisted. I want him to stay. But I ain't going to sit here and beg, "Oh, Aubameyang, you have to stay." I ain't like that. Players come and go, mate. They're all mercenaries. Let's be real. Yeah, it's very hard to find a player nowadays that will stay for the whole lifetime at one club. It's very, very difficult for you to find that. Now, Aubameyang, yes, he scores a lot of goals. Would Edouard come into Arsenal and replace all of the goals Aubameyang scores? Probably not. Would he replace a majority of them goals? I think so. I think this kid's good. I think he's a really good player. But the difference is he's young. He's then got the next 4 years if you sign him on a 4-year deal. Aubameyang, we're sitting there going, "Oh, well, let's keep him and let him walk out for free, but give us one more season." Why? You've got one more season, then you lose all that money you could get for him now. You then go and put that money you could get for him now into another striker, whether it be Edouard, whether it be somebody else, I don't know, Icardi, somebody like that, I don't know. You put that into the next striker, and then you get that for the next 4 years as opposed to 1 year. That's my logic with it. I just look at it and I think, like, listen, this kid is absolutely mustard. Whether he can kick on and go to Premier League level remains to be seen. But at the end of the day, we can't sit here as a football club and go, "Do you know what? Aubameyang because he ain't signed." Well, how do we know that Arsenal have even offered him a contract? We don't know whether we've offered him. You know, I've said it time and time again. Van Persie weren't offered one. We flogged him to United. Adebayor wasn't offered one. He was told, "You're going to Man City, and if you don't want to go to Man City, you're in the reserve." So if Arteta is the messiah that the majority of this fan base think he is, get rid of Aubameyang if you don't sign before the end of the next month, end of June. Go and put that money into this guy and say to Celtic, "We want him. We'll give you 30 million quid. Yeah, the record signing out of the Scottish League is Kieran Tierney, who also plays for us. I think this kid's decent. I really do. I like him. I've seen his movement, left foot, right foot. He can play at striker. He can play off the wing. He can play at number 10. I really rate him. Can he be the answer going forward? Well, I don't know. That remains to be seen. But if it's a case of let's get him in to replace Aubameyang because we're just going to sell Aubameyang for 40 million quid, then yeah, I'll take it. Because I'd rather that £40 million come into the football club to go and spend on something for the next 4 years than not have that 40 million quid come in, let our best player leave for nothing, and then everyone sit there crying, "Oh, the owner, the owner, the owner," because it's a vicious circle. It never ends, man. Anyway, I'm waffling, so I'm going to read your comments out. This guy's obviously on a wind-up. Edouard is a French Olivier Giroud. Well, Olivier Giroud is French, mate, so, and you can't spell properly either. Come on, man. You put that in my comment section about 16 times. Like, what's your point? It doesn't matter about age. Look at Messi and Ronaldo. They're 35 and 33. They're still playing like 27. Yeah, the difference between them two is, mate, they're 10 times better than our striker. Simple as that. What's the how are you comparing Aubameyang to Messi and Ronaldo, two of the best players of all time? And you're comparing Aubameyang? Come on, bruv. Seriously. Head's gone. Head's gone. I'm angry last night that you said I'm the Shay, your jokes, bruv. You are jokes. Singer's under. Yes, I'd take him as well. I would take him if we could do something with Mkhitaryan in terms of Mkhitaryan going to Roma and under coming to Arsenal. Then yeah, cool, do it. because we're going to see a lot more of these deals going through in terms of swap deals and loan deals and stuff like that. I did a video earlier. If you haven't checked it out, do go and check it out. But Bournemouth Football Club, 88.2% of their total income as a football club is off of TV revenue. How is that a good business platform? How? That makes no sense to me. Without TV money, you're getting next to no money and going to go bust. Like, how have you built your whole business off of the back of BT Sport and Sky Sports and all the countries that invest money into the Premier League in terms of their broadcasting outlets? How have you built your whole platform, your whole business, your whole club off of the back of TV revenue? They should be relegated on that alone. Unbelievable. Would you say we should take the money and put it towards getting Thomas Partey? I hope you're well. Thank you, Daniel. I hope you're well as well, buddy. In these testing times, have you been out today, Daniel? Let me know in the comments. I still haven't been out, even though I can go out. I haven't been out. Thomas Partey, another one. Listen, I just see something a minute ago. He's linked to Liverpool now. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, at the end of the day, it's quite evident that Arsenal need to go and sign some players. It's also evident that we need to get rid of a fuck ton of these dead players at this football club. All I've seen, right, in this fan base, this Arsenal fan base, since Mikel Arteta came in, it's not a dig at Mikel Arteta, but all I have seen is Arteta needs backing. He needs time. He needs money. Well, didn't Unai Emery then? Didn't Unai Emery need time? Didn't he need backing? Didn't he need money? Like, people can bang on about the 140 million quid we spent in the summer. The 80 million quid we spent the summer before, how much of that did he have an input in? Because Torreira had signed before Emery. So there's 25 million quid of 80 million gone straight away. So people can sit there and say, oh, we've got a rubbish team. Yeah, Arteta needs time. Unai Emery needed more than 15 months. Yeah, come on, seriously, let's use some logic here. The only reason people say that Arteta needs time is because he sat next to Pep Guardiola. Yeah, Unai Emery is a better manager than Arteta. That's a fact. That ain't even me just bantering. That is actually a fact. He's a better manager. Look at the trophies he's won. Look at the teams he's managed. Mikel Arteta is sat next to Pep Guardiola as a number 2, and people are saying, let's give Arteta time. Why? Because he played for the football club. Yeah, because he sat next to Pep. Didn't Emery need time? At the end of the day, I'm not having a dig at Arteta, but at the same time, Arteta's got a big summer coming up. But regardless of what Arteta does this summer, yeah, he will be void of any doubt or any animosity towards the club for him. Because firstly, he's played for the club. Secondly, what's happened with the virus. And thirdly, oh, well, yeah, he's now got an excuse because we're not going to have much money to spend. He's got a big out, isn't he? He's going to walk out of this football club when he does get sacked, because he will get sacked at some point. He will walk out of the football club as, oh, well, it weren't his fault, it was the owner. Because that's what Arsenal fans do. You know, no other football club in the world like has this mindset. I just don't get it. You know, I don't get it. Oh, you have to be respectful. Why? You know, you have to be respectful to Mesut Ozil, to Granit Xhaka, to these other players. If Granit Xhaka did what Granit Xhaka did in terms of throwing the armband, if he did that in Italy, ultras would be bombing through his house, yeah, kicking his door down and kidnapping him. Yeah, look what they've done to them Napoli players. Yeah, if you don't know the story about the Napoli players, go and check that out, mate. Yeah, they all had to go into safe houses because the Napoli ultras were going through their houses. Yeah, in Italy, players stormed the team bus to go and beat the shit out of the players if they play bad. Yeah, but in England, at the nice club, at Arsenal Football Club, the nice club, oh no, you can't dare slag a player or the manager off. That's disrespectful. Fucking turn it in. Turn it in, bruv. Anyway, we should swap Mickey for Zanolo. Well, maybe. Bruv, there's loads of stuff we could do. Listen, at the end of the day, I would take Edouard at Arsenal in a heartbeat. Yeah? If Aubameyang don't sign by the middle of June, see ya. Bye. Thanks. Yeah, been great. 61 goals in 97 games. Brilliant. Fantastic. Yeah, you ain't signing. We ain't letting you walk for free, bruv. Yeah, simple as that. Go and stick the money into Edouard. Do you rate Osimhen? Yes, I do. I think he'll end up leaving them this summer. He'll be leaving Lille this summer, bruv. There is nothing for us in the Champions League except money, in at least a few seasons anyway. So in my opinion, we're better off to go and get the money by selling Aubameyang and investing in players that will be useful for 5 years plus. And that is exactly my point. Keep Aubameyang and let him leave for nothing, or sell Aubameyang, get that money and pull it into a youngster like Edouard, who could be here for the next 4 or 5 years and elevate us up. Yeah, and if Mikel Arteta is the Messiah, the big coach, the great coach, the apparent world-class coach in the making that I keep getting told he is, then he will be able to coach Edouard into being a top striker. He'll be able to coach Martinelli into being a top striker or a top winger. The same with Saka, top left winger. The same with other players, Tierney, yeah, Torreira, other players along the way. I see something the other day where, like, I think it was Robbie's live stream. Everyone's going, "Oh, yeah, but he's improved all the players." Yeah, they've gone back to the level they were when we signed him, which weren't fucking good enough. Yeah, so just because he's improved Xhaka and Mustafi, I see somebody in his chat going, "Oh, we should keep Mustafi and build the defence around him." Like, this is what we're dealing with, bruv. I swear, I think differently to most people, man. Like, I genuinely do. Like, I want us to win. I couldn't care less if Granit Xhaka played well for 8 games. You've been shit for 3 years. See ya, get out. What team would... That makes no sense. Would you team a team? I know what you're trying to say, Nathan. Leno, Aaron's, Dunk, Saliba, Tierney, Partey, Guendouzi, Kochu, Martinelli, Edouard, Pepe. Come on, that's a team already. It's miles better. Miles better. Big up Melina, Bluetooth. Go on, girl. Why do people want Icardi more than Edouard? Because it's a fancy name. It's as simple as that. With Arsenal fans, they love a fancy name, yeah, and they love somebody that's on the cusp of being decent. Yeah, fuck that. That ain't worked for a decade or more. Yeah, let's go for somebody that can actually be coached and actually grow up with the team around them, and they all grow up together. So if you want to go down the route of building a team and letting Arteta have time, cool. I am all for that. Yeah, but don't be sitting here in 3, 6, 9, 12 months' time all crying if we're crap and saying, "Oh, Arteta's got to go." I told you from day one he weren't good enough. If he does turn out to be good enough, I'll be the first to put my hands up and say, cool. But at the end of the day, if we're going to go down this route of going with youngsters, which it looks like we are, a lot of the players, majority of the players we're linked to are youngsters, 20, 18, 19, 21, 22, then you've got to give that time. But at the same time, that comes with trial and error, because we're going to end up getting spanked away from home here and there every now and again. We're going to end up getting done at home every now and again. But what you have to do is let that manager go with that method. But as a fan base, what you have to do is get out of your head the Aubameyangs, the Lacazettes, the Mesut Ozils, the Granit fucking Xhakas. Yeah, get them players out of your head. Because a lot of Arsenal fans seem to be confused. Oh, we need to build a young up-and-coming team with Saliba and Tierney and Saka and Martinelli. But then they sit there lording off Mesut Ozil and Granit Xhaka. It makes no sense. You either go one way or another. Me personally, throw all the kids in, bin off the lot of them. Yeah? All the kids go in, anyone else, you're surplus to requirements. If you ain't going to sign, see you later. Yeah? See you later, Aubameyang. Thank you. You've been great, but you ain't signing. See ya. Saka, Martinelli, Saliba, go and buy another centre-back, maybe Nathan Ake. Go and buy Max Aarons and bin off Bellerin. Go and get Thomas Partey. Put him next to Torreira if you want to. Yeah, I don't rate Torreira, but if that's what you want to do, go and do it. Then put your Pepe in there. Put your Saka at left wing. Go with your Martinelli up front or your Edouard up front. All of a sudden, there's no standout superstar name. But as Arsenal fans do, they will find the next guy to latch onto when Mesut Ozil leaves this football club, and it'll probably be Granit Xhaka or Lucas Torreira. Anyway, Dortmund have the business model we should consider copying, said Vegas Gamer. Well, listen, this is the thing. Would we have taken a chance on Jadon Sancho and put him into our first team week in, week out? No, we wouldn't. Therein lies the problem, my friend. Yeah, we revert back to type. Unai Emery did it, Arsene Wenger done it, Freddie Ljungberg done it, and now Arteta's done it. They revert back to type of the tried and tested. If we want to build something special at this football club, Mesut Ozil ain't going to be here in 4 years, so who cares about him now? You get rid. Aubameyang ain't going to be here in 4 years. Yes, you can use him now, but if you ain't signing, see ya. Lacazette is not going to be here in 4 years. So sell him. Yeah, Bellerin is going to be on the catwalks in Milan in 4 years. Sell him and buy Max Aarons. You know, it really ain't difficult. If you want to build a platform going forward and build something special, yeah, you get rid of that tried and failed method of using these players that have failed us for 5 years. That's just my opinion on it. Anyway, smash the likes up on the video. Whilst you're all here, I will be joining Terry on the Football Terrace at 7:30 this evening. So type in the Football Terrace on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to him, go and subscribe. I'll be there at 7. Thank you, Nicholas Blackmore, for your donation. Big up yourself, bruv. Sweden never had a lockdown either, by the way. They haven't had a lockdown, and their cases are relatively low. So I hope you're keeping safe, bruv. Stay alert. Stay alert. Totally agree with your opinions on those who always felt he's like the club in general, just doing the bare minimum and slowly lowering standards. That's the comment of the day. I can't lie. That's class. Let's read some more. Thank you, mate. I hope you're well, yeah? Loan and swap deal only. Well, listen, Man United have said they're coming out and not doing any big transfers. I don't believe that. Loan and swaps, I don't believe that for Arsenal either. Bertrand says minimal. We should buy Man United's Angel Gomez. Could be our Jadon Sancho. Well, I think he's going to end up at Chelsea, if I'm honest, mate. But yes, he is a very good player. What are your thoughts on Disasi? There you go. That is the perfect player. £13 million. You're cheap as chips. You're young. You're one of the best defensive, part of one of the best defenses in the top 5 leagues this season. Stick him next to William Saliba. Go with Max Aarons, go with Kieran Tierney. That back four will grow up for the next 6 years. Yeah, next 6, 7, 8 years. They will be able to be coached week in, week out by Mikel Arteta. Your midfield, you then go with Torreira and Thomas Partey. Again, that's a platform for the next 6 years. You then put Bukayo Saka out on the left. You go with Pepe on the right. You can then go with Martinelli up front, and then you pick a new number 10, if that's the formation you want to go. All of a sudden, our age of our team is down here in the 20s, the early 20s, 22, 21, 23, whatever. It ain't up here in the 27s, yeah, and chasing after Mesut Ozil dreams from 6 years ago. Yeah, the quicker all of these players have gone that have been here for years, yeah, and I'm not talking about Tierney, Saka, you know who I'm talking about. The quicker them players leave and we get the youngster, the next mould in, I think that's the quicker we'll move on. Keep going with, build a team around Granit Xhaka, build it around him. But Bellerin's better than anything we've got. Demand better then. Tierney, Disasi, Saliba, Cedric, Aarons, young defence, and then you've got Cedric as backup. Yes, I get that. I get that. If Ozil leaves, who would you replace him with? I'd replace him with anyone who can fucking defend, mate. Anyone who can score a goal and anyone who can assist. Man's been living off assist stats for about 7 years too many, mate. So there we go. We have to play youngsters in Nketiah there. Nketiah's another one. Not that I particularly rate him. Saka, Martinelli, Pepe, Torreira, Tierney. Get rid of overpaid, overrated, underwhelming experience like Louise, Socrates, Mustafi, Bellerin, Chambers, and Holding, says Lone Star Londoner. There you go. And this is the thing, right? I see so many people saying you've got to give Arteta time. Why? The Real Madrid and Barcelona and Chelsea and these teams give their managers time. No. All the time you're going to keep playing and reverting to type the powers that you played with when you played for us. I ain't going to give you time. I'm going to be on your case every week. Change something. Do something that you've told me you're going to do. Yeah? You're going to give everyone a clean slate, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. So put Martinelli in the team then. Why'd you keep going with Lacazette? Yeah, because Martinelli is the future of this football club. Lacazette ain't. Yeah? Go with something like that. The youngsters of this football club, regardless of whether they're going to be good enough or not. Yeah? Joe Willock is another example. I don't particularly rate Joe Willock. But you know what? I'd be less on Joe Willock's case every single week than I am Granit Xhaka's case. Yeah, so get rid of them all. Get rid of the shit and bring in the youth. It's simple. Big up, Gary. Thank you for your comment, mate. Another youngster is Nelson. There you go. Another one, says Josh. Reece Nelson. We got some good judges. Smith Rowe's another one. Yeah? Yes, we might get pummeled 5-0 every now and again. But guess what? We're doing that now anyway. We get battered every time we're in the Champions League, and people want Champions League. I would rather go with a young team and build them up for the next 5 years under an up-and-coming, apparent world-class coach in the future and move forward than go with the tried and tested crap that has failed us for years. That's just my opinion. If people don't like it, cool, don't like it, innit? Ozil's agent says he's going nowhere. I say stick him in the under-23s the entire season, says Ebby. Let him rot. Well, listen, his fanboys will be out in force. Bro, I tell you, I'm popping off champagne the day that guy leaves. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Smash the likes up. Arteta is a great coach. Well, based on what? That he sat next to Pep and Raheem Sterling said he made him world class. Come on, bruv. Anyway, big up, Evan. Hope you're well, man. Listen, I'm going to wrap this up. I will be back at 7:30 on Terry's channel, Football Terrace. They'll be back at 9 o'clock on here. So do subscribe. Do stick a like on the video. And yeah, man, I'm out of here. Thanks for all the kind comments. Laters, peeps.